Hello everyone, welcome to your English class. Today we are going to work with third person. The third person is part of the simple present tense in affirmative sentence. But before our lesson about the third person, we are going to review the personal pronoun. Personal pronoun have 7 subjects, 4 in singular and 3 in plural. The first person is I in singular and we in plural. The second person is you. But remember, we can use you in singular and in plural too. The third persons, he, she, it, are in singular and they is in plural. Now we are going to study the third person so we can use only he, she, it. Now let's start with our lesson. There are 4 rules about third persons. Rules number 1. The most of the verbs we add only s. Example, number 1, she drinks coffee. Number 2, we sleep at night. Example number 1, fulfill rule number 1. Example number 2 is different because this sentence have a subject in plural. Rule number 2, we add es when the verbs end in o, sh, ch, ss, x, or z. Examples. Number 1, you finish the letter. Number 2, it catches the ball. Number 3, he goes to the mall. Example number 2 and 3 fulfill rules number 2. But example number 1 is different because this sentence has a subject in plural again. Let's continue with other rules. Rules number 3. Verbs ending in y are preceded by a vowel. We just add s. Example, number 1, it plays outside. Number 2, she buys snack. In this case, example number 1 and number 2 fulfill rule number 3. Rules number 4. When verbs end in y but aren't preceded by a vowel, we change the y for I and add es. Examples. Number 1, he carries the box. Number 2, she notifies her aunt. Number 3, we fly by plane. Example number 1 and number 2 fulfill rule number 4. But example number 3 is different because these sentences has a subject in plural again. They are special verb names irregular verb. Irregular verbs about third person are have and the verb to be. These verbs change totally. Examples. When we use have in a sentence with third person, we use has. Example, he has a car. Another verb is the verb to be. When we use the verb to be in a sentence with third person, we use is. Example, she is awesome. Practice times. Instructions. Underline the verb that fulfill the rules about the third person. There are 10 sentences that will help you to practice the rules about the third person. If you have a question, please let me know. Thank you for your attention.